TK. How is everybody? Sending you guys all a big hug. It's Thursday. It is Thursday, May what? Yesterday was the 6th, and that makes today the 7th. Thursday, May 7th. That means tomorrow's our Zoom meeting. If you want to have a Zoom meeting, we'll see you tomorrow. That'll be fun. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. Because maybe you're busy, or maybe you don't like seeing your face on the computer. It's okay either way, all right, TK? All right, so let's count the days in May. Can you guys snap? Snapping's tricky. You take these, your thumb and your middle finger, and you push them together. Try it. Let's try. We'll try and snap the days in May. If you can't do it, it's okay. It takes some practice, and sometimes, some days I can't snap either. Something to work on though, okay? All right, we'll try and snap for every day in May. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep practicing that. It's a fun trick. All right. I have a cool book for you guys today. It's about maps. Do you guys know anything about maps? Do any of you have a map in your car? Or do you ever look at a map on your parents' phone? Maps are pretty interesting, and this book is called Me on the Map. Why do people have maps? Sometimes we don't anymore. Sometimes we just use our phones, but I still think maps are cool. Why would we ever use a map? Look at, looks like she's over in front of a globe. Me on the map. A globe's a different kind of map. All right, let's read and find out more about maps and why we would ever want a map. Why we would ever use a map. Okay, here's some cool mapping tools. Do you guys have some of these tools at your house? Me on the Map by Joan Sweeney, illustrated by Annette Cable. This is me. Look at all the tools she has. This is me in my room. Does that look like your room at all? Do you have a bed and a chair and a lamp and a window? Some rugs? This is a map of my room. This is me on a map of my room. So she made a map of her room. So it's like looking from above, and she did a rectangle for her bed, rectangle for her desk, a rectangle for her rugs, and a square for her night table. She drew a map of her room. Do you guys think you could draw a map of your room? Pretty cool. So that's her room. This is my house. This is a map of my house. This is me on a map of my house. So look what she did. On her map, she drew every room in her house. There's her brother's room, my room, bath, mom and dad's room, a living room, kitchen, patio, garage. She made a map of every room in her house. She used a ruler to make her lines straight. Do you have all those same rooms in your house? Do you have other rooms too? Now, so she started with her room, then she did her house. What's next? This is my street. That's the street that her house is on. Which one's hers? Can you tell? That's her house. That's her house. There's her street. This is a map of my street. This is my house on a map of my street. It says Oak Street. She made a map of the different houses on her street. So first her room, then her house, then the street. What do you think is going to be next? This is my town. What do you see in her town? She has a river in her town. What else? Let me see some stores. This is a map of my town. Oh, that's a lot of work to make a whole map of a town, huh? This is my street on the map of my town. So room, house, street, town. I wonder what's next. This is my state. That's her state. What state do we live in? What state do we live in? Starts with a C. We live in California. This is a map of my state. She lives in Kansas. We live in California. She lives in Kansas. This is my town on a map of my state. So room, house, street, town, state. What do you think is next? This is my country. That's our country too. This is a map of my country. This is the map of the United States. There's California where we live. There's her state. There's Kansas. That's the state she lives in. What other states do you know? There's Hawaii. Remember on Monday we read a book that took place in this state. This is my state on the map of my country. What could be bigger than the country? This is my world called Earth. It looks like a giant ball. If you could unroll the world and make it flat, it would look something like this map of the world. This is my country on the map of the world. That's what the Earth looks like, kind of rolled out flat. So here's how I find my special place on the map. First, I look at the map of the world and find my country. Then I look at the map of the country and find my state. Then I look at the map of my state and find my town. Then I look at the map of my town and I find my street. And on my street I find my house. And in my house, there's the map of her house, I find my room. And in my room, I find me. Just look at all those different maps. Just think. In rooms, in houses, on streets, in towns, in countries all over the world, everyone has their own special place on the map. All those different people all over the world. Just like me. Just like me on the map. Well, I have a challenge for you today. Can you guys draw a map of your room? Try and draw a map of your room just like she did, and then will you show it to us at our Zoom meeting tomorrow if you want to come? You can show us a map of your room. I'll show you the map of her room again. It's from the views from above, and choose different shapes to show what's in her room, and there's her on the map of her room. She put in rugs and pets and desks and chairs, night tables and lamps, and I think that's a door. Can you put those details into your map and show us tomorrow? I would love to see them. Should I make a map of my room too? Okay, I can't wait to see you guys. If I get to see you tomorrow. If not, that's okay. I miss you and have a super fun day. Bye, TK.